Well, good morning, everybody. Happy Friday. I've been kind of quiet this week. I don't seem to be able to get videos in during the week a lot of times because I'm just too busy. But it's Friday morning, and I organized my time so that I could do a book review for you this morning before I head off to work. So, I read The Housemaid by Freida McFadden. And on the title it says, "From behind closed doors, she sees everything." Well, that's kind of deceiving. I don't really agree with that one. But anyways, it was the New York Times bestseller. And honestly, it was a little different genre for me. You know, I'm used to reading kind of more historical nonfiction books. And this was more of a suspense thriller, I guess you might say. And so I enjoyed it. It was fine. I'm going to give it a 4-star. I'm not going to give it a 5-star because it's not something that I'm just like, oh my gosh, that was so good. I couldn't put it down, or it stayed with me. Not really. But what it was about was a girl, Millie, that had just gotten out of prison and she was on parole. And she had applied for different jobs and couldn't even get a job at like a fast food restaurant. And then she applied as a housemaid for the Winchester family, and it was husband, wife, and their little daughter, Cecilia. And lo and behold, she gets the job. Well, Nellie, I believe her name is, the wife of the house, is just crazy and just says one thing, contradicts herself, and makes Millie think she's almost going crazy, and just very demanding. And the husband is a very prominent businessman, and he's very patient with his wife and his daughter, and he's very sympathetic and says sorry for how his wife's behavior is to the housemaid. And of course, she's only like, I think she's like 22 years old or something like that. So of course she's got this big crush on him because he's good looking and he's just the perfect person. And the wife is just so horrible. And so she always fantasizes about this husband. And I don't want to give too much away with it, but she ends up having a little one-night affair with him. And the wife finds out, and there is a gardener, Lorenzo, I believe his name is Lorenzo, and Italian, hardly speaks any English, and he keeps warning the housemaid that it's dangerous here, and she just can't understand why he thinks that. And so through the book, you find out different things that are happening, and how Mr. Andrew Winchester isn't as charming as you think he is, and just kind of a twisted mind. And they even throw in his parents into it a little bit. So it was a good book. It really was. It was a good book. I don't know that I want to read this kind of book all the time. I started reading The Woman by Kristen Hanna, and it has huge reviews being a great book. And so I just started it last night, but I have the hardcover copy, and they're big and bulky. I would rather have this kind, the paperback. But anyways, I started it last night. I read one chapter, and it's just not comfortable to even take to bed to read. So I started a Danielle Steele book. So I'm going to have 2 books going this month. So I'll take the Danielle Steele book to work and to bed, and then I will read The Woman, like at least a chapter or so a night in my recliner where it's easier to read. So, but that is my book review on The Housemaid. And let's see, I could read the back for you. It says, "Every day I clean the Winchester's beautiful house, top to bottom. I pick up their daughter from school. I cook a delicious meal for the whole family before heading up to eat alone in the tiny room on the top floor." And that's part of the main thing, is that like the attic up there. I try to ignore how Nina makes a mess just to watch me clean it up, how she tells strange lies about her own daughter, and how her husband Andrew seems to be more broken every day. But as I look into Andrew's handsome brown eyes, so full of pain, it's hard not to imagine what it would be like to live in Nina's life. The walk-in closet, the fancy car, the perfect husband. I try on one of Nina's pristine white dresses once, just to see what it's like, but she soon finds out, and by the time I realize my attic bedroom door only locks from the outside, it's far too late. But I reassure myself, the Winchesters don't know who I really am. They don't know what I'm capable of. And that is true. They don't know what she is capable of, but then maybe Nina really knows what she is capable of. So it was a good book. I would recommend it if you like thrillers. I'm just not into suspense and thrillers that much, but it was a 4. So have any of you guys read this book? If so, tell me what you rated it, what you thought of it, and what book are you currently reading? I'd love to hear that as well. So, all right, you guys, have a great Friday. It is graduation for high schools here in the county, which means we blow up balloons all day long. I get so sick of balloons, but that is what it is. So you guys have a great day. Take care, and I shall see you back here tomorrow to share my artisan journal with you. All right, bye-bye.